Rob Shaw, Check News.
Premier, this bill once again gives Cabinet kind of extraordinary powers to approve projects, set an entirely alternative environmental assessment process with its own timelines, its own thresholds, all in the name of expediency. So could you just maybe tell the public a bit about how you're going to do that while maintaining the environmental standards and safety standards that exist in the current process that it looks like in significant projects you're going to bypass and create a new one?
Well, we're waiting. Sure.
We have an array of projects that go through environmental assessment. The environmental assessment process weighs, there's going to be some environmental damage that's caused by the project. What are the benefits that flow from the community, and how will that environmental damage be mitigated through the process? It's a mandatory process for certain projects, and there are often steps within the environmental assessment process that don't make sense for a particular project, but we have to go through them because it's set out in the statute. For many projects, it's not a big deal. They go through the steps, but for some projects, they're time sensitive, whether because it's a private investment and we're trying to get those shovels in the ground, get that investment realized in the province. It's a public investment. It's a significant new project that's going to bring relief around education or healthcare. And there are steps that the unambiguous social good of these public projects gets evaluated in the same way as any other project. And so it allows us to customize the steps within the environmental assessment process to the particular project. We work within a framework as a government of public support. We think that the public supports faster construction of schools, hospitals, badly needed transportation and transit, as well as job-creating economic opportunities in the province. That will, by definition, constrain our use of this to only those projects that are critically important for the growth of the province and supporting communities. We think that faster delivery of public projects and major economic projects in the province will be popular with the public. We think it's what the public wants. They don't want a huge amount of process debating whether or not it's a good thing to build a new school. They just want the school. And this isn't an abstract concern. We had a school that was delayed 6 months waiting for a community to update its official community plan to know that this is where the school was going to be located. We had another school that waited for a year in relation to a ditch on the property. It was identified as significant under the Water Sustainability Act, even though it was anything but. So we do need that ability on these critical projects to be able to ensure they move ahead and don't get stuck.
Follow up, Rob.
Just on a different topic, car dealers put out a release the other day saying there's no way that the province can achieve its EV targets that are legislated. Now that our latest climate numbers show we have not actually reduced greenhouse gas emissions from 2007 levels at all, despite 8 years and $4 billion. So I wonder, are you sticking with the requirement that we have all electric vehicle sales in future years and those kind of legal benchmarks when the industry says they can't be achieved because we're not moving fast enough on our targets?
Well, I think, first of all, on carbon pollution in the province, in the last 2 years, we added 300,000 people to the province. Our economy has grown since 2017 at the second fastest rate in the entire country, second only to PEI. PEI is hustling out there, I guess. And despite that massive growth in people and economic activity in the province, we have disconnected that from carbon pollution growth. We're demonstrating clean growth. And we set very ambitious targets to drive down carbon pollution. It's very hard to do in an environment when you're adding 300,000 people in 2 years. Our biggest driver is transportation. That's why we're building transit across the province. The other biggest driver is restriction around the availability of electricity to industry to reduce pollution from major industrial polluters. That's why we're building new transmission lines and new generation and 2 calls for power. So I just want to address that because we have actually shown important success. We set ambitious targets, and we're going to continue to work on that. For the car dealers, their concerns are real. The Minister of Energy is working with them. This will be part of the Clean BC review. One of the things that I want to make sure is that we're not sending money to Elon Musk through this program. That we're actually supporting British Columbians getting into zero emission vehicles in the province in a real and practical way. And that we're doing the same for our transit system and for our heavy haulers as well. That's why we have a hydrogen infrastructure project for medium-duty trucks that we're putting into place between here and Alberta. It's a very exciting project, but it's going to be initiatives like that, and it's going to be part of the Clean BC review. I'm sure the feedback from the car dealers will be key to how we ensure Clean BC remains relevant going forward and drives down emissions.